Okay, welcome. Good afternoon to all the participants. Good to see you all again. Welcome to our 10th series of the Smart Forward Web Forum. Today marks the final web forum for our season 1. Okay, just like TV series, we have also seen season 1, season 2, season 3. Hopefully, when we go to the season 2, season 3, it will get better. Okay, we have gone through a long journey since our first forum in December 2021. We sincerely hope that those who have been following us for the past months have truly benefited from our sharing. Now, today's discussion will be talking about from uncertainty to unleashing the manufacturing full potential. Okay, our speakers today will be bringing you through the full journey of the Industry 4.0. Now, I am King Tik over here, the managing consultant from the BizSphere, and I'm also the program director of Smart Forward as well. I will be your host and moderator. Okay, now, Smart Forward is a collaborative initiative to accelerate the journey towards smart manufacturing. The objective of the Smart Forward is to address the manufacturers' concern and challenges to adopt Industry 4.0. Businesses like you can get Industry 4.0 related articles, case studies, events, solutions from our web portal, which is smartforward.my, SMART, 4WRD.my, and our bi-weekly newsletter as well. The Smart Forward also organize a webinar like what we have today, and also we're planning to have some corporate visits to some companies who have embarked into the Industry 4.0 journey. We will continuously conduct certain surveys to understand a little bit more about the industries, and also the Smart Forward also provide the consultation services to bridge the gap of SMEs embarking into the smart manufacturing journey. So if you have any issues at all with your journey, be it in terms of the solution, the technology, the government incentive, the experience of other companies, how have they gone through it, so you can actually get some advice from us as well. Now, in our 9th series, which is the previous series, we have spoken to Unify Business and Huawei on their roles in driving the adoption of Industry 4.0 among the SMEs, as well as what can we do more for the SMEs. Today, we are going to chat about the whole smart manufacturing journey, as I mentioned before, from not knowing how to operate in more productive manner to uncertainty whether Industry 4 worth the investment or not, applying for the Industry Forward Readiness assessment, choosing the right partner, applying for the government funding, scoping the project, getting the Industry Forward Intervention Fund, and now in the midst of embarking in the smart manufacturing journey. So later on, KFoil will be sharing with us their journey. Now, before we start the session, I would like to introduce our panelists first. And the first panelist is Mr. KK Pang. KK Pang is the Managing Director of the Aresys Industry Center Berhad. Aresys is one of our Smart Forward Industry 4.0 drivers who have been supportive of this program. KK has more than 24 years of experience in E&E and semiconductor industry. He founded the Aresys industry in 2016, so it's nearly about 6 years old already. And has since then, he has actually gone crazy with the advancement of the Industry 4.0 technology. When you speak to him, every time he spoke about Industry 4.0, and sometimes that you cannot stop him as well. Industrial automation and digital system integration provider, this Aresys is what they are, industrial automation and system integrator provider specializing in providing Industry 4.0 transformation. They involve a little bit in terms of the IoT system integration and smart factory solutions, especially the manufacturing execution system, MES. He's a very hands-on person, understand the manufacturing process very, very well. I have gone through some of the company visit, the SME visit to the factories, and I have actually went together with KK, and he does really understand how the SME operate in the factories. So he will be able to give a lot of the practical solutions, and hopefully the solutions achieving high performance as well. Now, maybe because of this experience, that's why KFoil hired Aresys. Now, today, very special, we have two ladies. We have invited our SME speakers from KFoil Insulation Malaysia. They are the leader in the manufacturing of reflective insulation foil for the radiant barrier, vapor barrier, heat insulation purposes, mainly for the industry, constructions, air conditioner, HVAC, and so forth. Okay, we have two iron ladies with us today. Okay, a very typical SME company, both of them multitask. Later on, I will tell you why. Driving the business to the global market. Okay, first, we have, who is it? We have Eliza Wong. Eliza, say hello. Okay, we have Eliza Wong. Now, if you can see in our promotional poster, Eliza having the position of business strategy, marketing, sales, HR management. By virtue of this long title, you will know that she is the soul of the company, meaning that everything under her fingertips, she handles most of the tasks. I believe that a lot of us as the SMEs, we do have a similar situation as Eliza as well. And we also have a Samsia binti Abdul Aziz. Samsia, say hello. She is the operation manager who looks into each and every aspect of the manufacturing operation. So basically, two iron ladies managing manufacturing to manufacturing in the manufacturing industry, and also exporting their product services to overseas. So I have to salute both of you. Who else in the room who have to multitask like what Eliza and Samsia is doing? So maybe you can type me too in the chat box, so that I know that whether right now a lot of SMEs still doing a lot of multitasking, and Industry 4.0 is a solution for you to minimize multitasking so that achieving higher performance. Now, for today's forum, we will start the session with KK Pang first. In Industry 4.0, we always hear about the cyber physical integration. I always learn about this. Then, in my own words, what I understand is that the machine talking to the people, talking to the business, machine talking to us, so that we know what is happening in our production side, and so that we know what decision to make to grow our business. So KK will share with us on manufacturing execution system, or MES. How does it add value to cost savings and business intelligence as well? Now, while KK is presenting, should you have any questions, should you have any thoughts, any feedbacks, okay, please do drop your questions and comments into the chat box, and my colleagues will compile and forward to me for discussion later. Now, the floor is yours, KK, but please make it concise. We want to have a lot of the discussion over here, and the floor is yours, KK.
Right, okay, then I will just share my slide. Let's go to slide right away. And so before I introduce the MES, thanks again for having me here, Mr. Yap, and Eliza and Samsia, thanks for participating. My name is KK Pang from Aresys Industry, and our company, who are we basically? And we are actually a group full of technical hands-on and process-oriented digital system integrator, and we are crazy about the technology. And we are also local talents specialized in technical engineering, IoT system integration, and software development. And like what Mr. Yap said, that we understand SME manufacturing processes and operation. And so we have actually been appointed by various SME to support their Industry 4.0 under the Innovation Fund. And we strategically offer customizable and dedicated solution. We are specialized in OEE, MES, Vision Inspection System, and predictive maintenance. And we register in Matrix and MPC. Okay. Okay, next slide. Again, allow me to highlight that a lot of people ask, what is all Industrial 4.0? I believe that everyone here is no stranger about Industrial 4.0, but basically it's just a concept. To me, actually, the journey to smart manufacturing and Industrial 4.0 is not to outsmart your manufacturing, to put in, something fancy or expensive robot or something like that, or something junky, devices. The important thing is to find out your factory pinpoint. This is the first and foremost, so that we can leverage the technology that's available in the market, from the those that, for example, the technology pillar like the SI, AI, and all that, so that with the connecting with the human machine technology and the working culture toward the ultimate goal of improving your business competitiveness. Okay, now allow me to show you again. This is a very cartoon image, but actually it's a very presentable, because it's a common scenario most of the SME are facing right now. Especially, for example, the business owner, you always encounter that, why we can't make the customer required delivery due to a poor planning. And the next level of manager will say that it's very hard to keep track and find out what is going on. And again, then another next manager will say that those production planning is done by one person. All right, no offense, Lisa and Samsia, this is a multitasking, but it's exactly that is a bottleneck most of the operations of people are facing. So again, next slide. Okay, this is the key challenges that find hard for management to detect as a problem right now inside your factory. For example, machine utilization. Allow me to ask some of you, or maybe every one of you, while we're having right now the forum, do you know what's going on beside the machine? Right now, your machine going on, what is going on inside your production floor? What is your machine utilization inside your production floor? What is your manpower utilization inside your production floor? So you may have the difficulty to let us know right now what is going on, because it's not connected in real time. So again, production output, delivery performance, material consumption, process cycle time are actually the challenges for many manager or management level to get the real-time data instantly. Okay. So again, if we have a proven solution that can cover, the moment that you receive the raw material, and to analyze your bombs, to prepare your bomb analysis, and to plan your machine, and to plan your production and scheduling, and job tracking until delivery, the system is able to oversee all these processes. Will be helpful. What is that all about? Yes, it is a MES system. All right. So MES stands for MES stands for Manufacturing Execution System. It's a system that can assist you, as a business runner, to execute the entire manufacturing processes, from planning and tracking the transformation from the raw material until the finishing good. Which means that the moment you receive the raw material, work in progress, until finishing good, you are getting the information with the fingertips. All right. And it also the essential digital system that not only help you to improve your manufacturing pinpoint. We mentioned about a lot of pinpoint electrons, so we elaborate what is our pinpoint about. Okay, and also to assist your factory to become a smarter factory via the Industrial 4.0 technology pillar adoption. Okay. So I'm sure everyone understand ERP and everyone know PLC and all that, but I believe not many of you understand what is MES. And like Mr. Yap also, when I first time met him, he kept asking me what is different between MES, ERP, and all that, and what is the function, what is the benefit of MES. So from this illustrations diagram, MES actually acts as the intermediary intersect between ERP and PLC. ERP is an enterprise resource planning that sit on top of your management offices, so you can do your supply chains, you can do your sales, you can do your resource planning. Whereby all this control system, for example, machine, then the field level component and PLC, all these things is inside your shop floor. But at this moment, those factory that have not yet adopted MES, and in very common way is that whenever you receive the sales order, you turn into the work order or job order, you have to carry the piece of paper, go down to the shop floor and tell the production manager that I have this batch of product need to run, and then I need to run on this machine from this date to this date. So all these things still done very conventionally, but with the help of MES, it actually intercept, which means that, you know, it can be done electronically. That's whatever you plan from an ERP, it can be transferred the data into the shop floor, right? So basically, actually, it serves as a bridge between your shop floor and also your enterprise level. Okay. Now, in a nutshell, MES helps to digitize and trace the entire production data from raw material until finished good, as I mentioned just now. It enables instant connectivity between the management office and production floor to streamline the resource scheduling, production control, planning, job order, execution, production analysis, downtime management with OEE, CMMS stands for Computerized Maintenance Management System, quality control, and delivery time. So it enables the factory management to realize what is going on inside the plant. Now, right now we're having the dialogue right now, we're having a forum. You can't see what is going on, you can't get the data from the production right now, but with the MES installation in future, okay, with the use of MES, you'll be able to access your production information instantly while you are attending any forum or attending any seminar. Okay, this is beautiful about this is the beauty about MES. Okay, so it's incorporated with IoT technology to enable the transfer of real-time production reporting and monitoring data via cloud to precise data on 24/7 and remotely. And to integrate MES actually is a stepping stone to implement Industry 4.0 transformation, right? And the features of our MES, okay, we include the equipment monitoring, which is OEE, and production monitoring, work in progress tracking, planner for scheduling, job order, BOM analysis, and BOM's preparation, CMMS, downtime tracking, preventive maintenance, asset management, quality management, warehouse management system, and all our systems are connectable to cloud server with the cybersecurity features. Okay, the benefit of having the MES is it can establish the real-time visibility into the manufacturing processes, as I mentioned again, and they're able to pick up the weak point in the production process. And fundamentally, it actually is a tool that can help you to improve at least minimum 3 to 10% overall efficiency increase. All right, and it also can be actually a serve as connectivity between the manufacturing and enterprise. It maximizes the throughput and resources utilization, and minimize the inventory holding costs based on just-in-time inventory or first-in, first-out basis, and it improves the market agility and time to market. It improves the supply chain visibility, and it improves the product delivery time. Okay, so these are some of the user interface of our MES, how it looks like. We have a sidebar here, so it allows you to navigate, to browse around when you want to see what is OEE, and you want to do your production planning, you want to do your WIP tracking, you can do your master calendar planning for your productions, and also you look into a CMS, machine setup, and all that. Okay, all these things will be, actually, we can configure all these things according to different application and processes. Okay, so then how is the data look like? Is how actually we can capture data and we can produce the data through the file or in the PDF file or in the Excel sheet, and you can look at even the production's daily output in terms of hourly or in terms of daily or monthly and yearly. Okay, and another user interface is what I said, the dashboard for the OEE. And again, what can we assist you? And so how do we start? To do the MES is not the rocket science, and it requires no massive investment. What we actually can do is that we will professionally assist and walk you through in analyzing. First thing, this is the first and foremost, is to pick up the pinpoint and how to address whatever you do now is to need to customize a bespoke suit into your requirement, and so that we can come out the proposal that can immediately actually to tackle your pinpoint before we talk about to bring in another so-called advanced technology or IoT installation and all that. So this is actually we do it stages by stages. Okay, and so this is some of the picture that we show you. Our team will go into the plant to assess first thing, to survey your production equipment, your process, your application, Then again, we talk about how we actually help to tackle and pick out the pinpoint and draft the technical proposal, and then put everything into the action. And we install the IoT control panel, and we set up the MES server, and then finally we come up with the MES UI. All right. So these are some of the technical proposals that we've done with most of our clients. Okay, we really put everything into detail. We really scrutinize every single aspect that we can help you to improve your pinpoint before we talk about how you want to move on to the smarter factory. Okay. Now, allow me again to present you the this one's a short video that would like to show you that KFoil has already embarked on the industrial 4.0 transformation. Okay.
We do feel that SMEs has the expertise and the
so before sorry, this video actually okay, this video I want to show you is that actually we partner with this Celine as a working partner to provide the first OEE setup at the KFoil, I think 2-3 years back, and that's where actually this the first digitalization that's been embarked on, collaborating with Slim together with KFoil. And so there are many challenges that we encounter, and so allow me to show you what we have done to the ones, KFoil, and so after we set up the OEE SMI, then before we talk about
MES. The expertise and they are good in sharing this information on innovation that Sirim have. We have been working together with Sirim in terms of testing.
This is our OEE SMI.
So our product is trusted in terms of quality. Maybe I can say that Sirim is not just providing the grant in terms of fund, but they also assist on the program itself.
Few seminars that we went through. So in order to get our cost better and so on, actually we have some cost saving projects.
All right, then I think that's about it of our slide, and then I pass back the stage to Mr. Yap. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, KK. Now you see, KK has been going through very, very fast. Now, I did so because I limit KK. I'm very sorry, KK, but now I have a lot of questions to ask you later on, KK, because it gives me the impression that the MES is everything about the Industry 4. But let's keep the question after our photo session, because again, I have forgotten that we need to take a photo. Now, for all the participants, appreciate if you can turn on your video. We just do a quick photo session. I just need to record down that every time that there are people listening to us, it's not the robot that listening to us. So there are real people there. So appreciate if you can just turn on your video just for a while, just for 1 minute, and then Smile, my colleague Ivan, will actually take a photo, and then we will continue to grill KK about his solution. Okay, KK for that. Ivan, I pass the stage to you for you to coordinate. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Yap. As he mentioned, we will now be taking a group photo, so I'll count down from 3. Yeah. So page number 1, 3. So everyone smile. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And now I'll be moving on to page number 2. Everyone smile. 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you, Mr. Yap. I'll pass it back to you now.
Okay, thank you, Ivan. Thank you very much. Now, KK, a lot absorbed between that 10-15 minutes. A lot to adopt. Now, let's make it a little bit simpler over here. Just now, you have mentioned the difference between the MES and the ERP. MES actually sits in the middle between the SCADA and also the ERP. But throughout my experience going into the SMEs and also talking to other service providers, there are other system integrators that say that, hey, I provide IoT. Basically, I go there, I plug in the device, I get some data, and then I put it up into a dashboard. So is there any difference between the MES and the IoT? Because again, I'm having a as usual, I'm a little bit blurred between the MES and the ERP, and right now I'm also a little bit blurred. I do not know how to segregate between the IIoT and also the MES. Maybe you can briefly explain.
So you have two questions here. What is the difference between ERP and MES? Then what's the difference between the IoT and MES, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, maybe I answer you first. What is the difference between ERP and MES? ERP system is to control business processes such as sales, accounting, supply chain, and resource planning. Whereas MES solution control the shop floor to execute and optimize the manufacturing operation. MES actually is a system to design, to track, and gather all the production data from your machinery, either from the raw material together with the raw material and to the semi-product or the work in progress until finishing good through all stages of the production process. So it's a system to assist the factory to execute the entire manufacturing process from planning and tracking the transformation from raw material until finishing good. Okay, it works as an intermediary, intermediary between the ERP and the control processes for machine or the field level component. So in short, ERP provides the enterprise software, whereas MES establishes the IoT, OT, or CT at the plant. Okay, this is a very short explanation between the the difference between ERP and MES. Okay, now come to IoT. IoT stands for Internet of Information of Technology, and actually come to Industrial 4.0. We have to put another I in front, so we call it industrial IoT. So what the difference is that, well, actually, I have no objection that some of the IoT company, pretty good company, they can actually work together with the MES supplier to offer the complete solution. But as I already mentioned, there is no one size fit all kind of solution, because MES is not simply a device or product, or just to provide a dashboard. It may be a system combined with many different functional modules, such as, again, OEE, production monitoring, weight tracking, planner for scheduling, job order, and BOM, CMMS, quality control system, and asset management, and WMS, so that we can apply the suitable modules as a core capability to cater different application and process based on different manufacturing needs. So again, by simply incorporating with either simple or advanced IoT device is not sufficient if it does not help to tackle or resolve the pinpoint correctly. Now, this is a key here, all right? So for MES solution, do take note that a reliable and quality MES solution provider is not only able to provide a versatile MES software together to source or incorporate a reliable IoT system integration. Important thing is that this supplier MES must be able to address and resolve the SME manufacturing trigger pinpoint correctly and rightfully, so that we can passionately work hand in hand with the client, the business owner, to resolve their pinpoint via the adequate coaching and honest guidance, of course, strategically carry out a very cost-effective and best practice project management. Okay, throughout from the scratch until the full implementation. Okay.
Yeah, this is your service, but in terms of the MES side, okay, because a lot of the bosses of the SMEs, they are there. They are not in the production side. They don't really understand whatever the production CMMS are, whatever kind. So the bosses, in order for them to decide whether you wanted to embark into the MES or not, because for the bosses like me, if I'm a factory, say whether ERP, MES, or IoT, I'm not so sure. So if I take on the MES, for the bosses, not for the factory, for the bosses, meaning the business owner, what kind of the information that is useful for me that I can actually use for me to grow what are the example of the things that I can get out from the MES?
Okay, it's a very good question, Mr. Yap. Again, the solutions vary from factory to factory, and the MES usually brings the most benefit to the medium to the large volume production factory. Okay, and it depends on the level of the complexity. Okay, so which means that we can customize the MES actually based on the complexity or the level of the challenges from the pinpoint, and to understand what is exactly the aspiration of the bosses. For example, if the bosses say that I want to reduce my manpower, would the MES be playing the role? The answer is yes and no. Yeah, the answer is yes and no. If their environment, production environment is a very small scale, okay, then by simply actually incorporating some, the rightful IoT devices, that will help, all right? But what can MES is that, once you incorporate IoT device already, okay, you improve your, you reduce the human dependency. But question is that, what is next? No, I'm not simply to invest a technology just to reduce my human dependency. Not. I want my, once I resolve the problem, I want to continue to improve my business. The ultimate goal is that I want to earn more money. Right? So by earning money, there are many ways. For example, first thing is that I want to reduce my rejection. For example, the wastage. Okay, I want to reduce my, the cost due to the waste. So there's another way that MES can serve, which means that we can apply the QMS, for example, and together the visual system to help to detect, correctly, this one's a defective part, for example. And same time, you say I want to, after that, I wanted to, improve my business. I want to expand my business to overseas. Would be MES, with MES help? Yes. MES can work with ERP, CRS module so that you can provide the instant data flow from the production floor until your e-commerce. You see, MES basically, what I said, is not the product, it's a system that we can plug any module to fit into a different requirement for the factory. All right. So this is the beauty about MES. So again, I would rather say that there is no one-size-fits-all kind of solution. I keep on repeating that because to me, I always encourage our clients that allow us to work with you, work to your plants, have a plant work together, allow us to understand your pinpoint. Okay, so this is what the basic thing you can do. From there, we can come out just like describe the right, just like you're sick and as the plant is, I would say that I wouldn't say it's not well. So we can find the prescription to fit, to cure to cure the kind of like treatment, you see. So this is the beauty about MES. Okay.
Okay, great. Now, maybe what we can do is that I will go to the KFoil side now, sure. Because KFoil has already embarked into the journey of Industry 4.0, and if I'm not mistaken, they have also adopted MES as one of Industry 4.0 solution. So I think that is a lot of the participants over here would be excited to know the journey from the KFoil side, because I've mentioned that KFoil is a small SME, multitask inside there, a lot of things to do. Then they decided to go for Industry 4. What will be the journey? What will be the challenges that they have gone through? And then how they have benefited from it? Now, to start with, maybe I would like to invite Eliza to share with us. Can you briefly share with us about your company first? Let's understand what does KFoil do in terms of your business, your products, your market, and how big is your operation. Eliza?
Okay. Yeah, I'm Eliza. So just run through 5 minutes about my company. Okay, so yeah, I have some simple slides over here. So we are from Penang. So we are located in Penang. KFoil installation. It started a very small SME. So actually, the company is incorporated in 2011, which is bought over from a pioneer technology things. So all the machines, all the technology, people, skills, and so on. So in corporate, actually, we are in 2011. So we've gone through a very tough journey, diverting from the business focus. So now we are mainly focused on all the industry supply on the aluminum insulation reflective foil. So we're going through the expand market from local. We have a help with the Cream Association of our industry. Then we have a help from a trade then we started for export. We go for the trademark, we go for the company factories audit. Then we link with MPC, we go through a lot of project like Lean, 5S, improvement, okay, cost saving project and so on. Then we go further with export, we have the join in an association, international association named ACTA. Okay, then we found that when we are growing up, a lot of copycats coming in, then we go for the trademarks made in Malaysia, so that we will tell everybody we are the only one in Malaysia. So then after that, we also have a lot of project with SME, especially when we go into the industry 4.0. So we are small, but we make it like same former ISO company. We have a vision, mission, and core value of our company. Then we go through all the certifications, like I say, the trademarks, okay, the Matrix members, okay, from Dagangnet, the customs registration, so for export, and so on. So it's recognized under SME Corp or SME group of kind of company. Okay, so everything registered in proper and audited. So basically we go into the key that, okay, we are the both key, me and Samsia. So how we cooperate, actually, we just split into the cooperation on commercial part and production part. So whatever production you can see on the organization of the department, on the left-hand side, or is by Wan Samsia. Is a very key person. Then
to ask Samsia, yeah.
Yeah. So we put it external and internal. So whatever is external is me. So I handle on the HR part, IT, okay, sales, marketing, okay. So whatever the registration, the finance, everything. One leg kick, one leg kick. Okay. So these are the company product application of our company. Any about heat insulation you can think of. So majority in common people can see is for the HVAC roof. Okay, so actually we do others which is part of the industry packaging. Okay, we also OEM to other company for the their brand or associate with their other product and so on. So anything related about heat insulation. So this is our journey about our product. So for expanding to export now, we have to have a lot of certification, safety, green, and so on. Okay, so at the meantime, we have started incorporate all our business are all in local market. So eventually we go through for some cost saving project, lean, and so on. We expanded the market, modify the machine. So we now have a lot of export market, and we are going through. Then we are getting more and more target to Europe, UK, or even Dubai, and so on. So this basically some of my proper product range. So anything about heat insulation. So product certification for compliance. So some of the custom-made certification for the overseas requirements, and so on. So this is some of the project reference that happened in Malaysia. And I think this is enough for my company profile. So we should go into the main topic about how we're going to start the industry 4.0.
Now, but the thing is that before you start that, I want to ask, what makes you think about going into industry 4.0? Okay, a lot of the SME have not talked about industry 4.0 at all. They were just talking about automation, buying machine, and so forth. So in 2019, you started off applying for the readiness assessment. But first thing is that what drives you decided to embark into this journey of industry 4.0?
Okay, start very simple, just very simple, one leg kick. Okay, I do sales and marketing. Okay, so means I'm out of office. Okay, and I have a lot of work in the office. How you want to do that? Who can help you? Yeah, a lot of company hire a lot of people. So what? Okay, so this is what trigger me. Okay, what can help? Okay, I need to go back office, sign the check, everything. Okay, all the routine work. Okay, sign all the documents. actually we started a very small SME budget, very reality issue. So I start, and also at the adoption of the IT thing. Okay, we start. Are your people able to adapt or not? It's another thing. So we start very small concept digitalization. I start actually for our intranet, internal communication, all the e-form, e-attendance. Can you imagine a small company like us? Actually, in 2017, we already start using GPS as a clock in. Previously was a punch card.
Wow. Okay.
So very small thing, very small thing. Okay. So adaptation on the floor first. Okay. It takes years for them to adapt. I want to go big. Okay. So this is the thing, because while I'm away, I still can have other routine jobs still ongoing. Okay. The bottleneck, I don't want to be the bottleneck on the key person PIC. The business still have to run. Okay. So actually, government very good. They start this IR at the same timing when I'm doing digitalization. Okay, I go to the forum. Okay, where forums they get this. Okay, this trigger me. I will go further, a bigger picture. I want other things to be digitalization as well. A very simple, just a mindset. What if I'm not in the office? I want my things to be carrying on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that trigger us embark into most of the commercial process, operation, production. How's my machine thing? I think later Samsel can share with you his own
maybe
own pain point on the machine.
Samsel would like to share. Oh, I'm sure both you and Eliza must have discussed in terms of why you wanted to go into Industry 4. There must be certain pain points that you were facing before you embark into it. Maybe you like to share some of them that I really tahan. I really need to embark into Industry 4.0. Maybe you need to share, because I believe that this would be it might be a same situation with other SMEs as well. Samsel?
Or maybe I share some of my part first, then you dig more, because production is wow.
Okay. Yeah. Eliza?
I do a summary. I do a summary on this.
Oh, you have a summary over here. Okay, good.
Yeah, so it's actually the pain point when going export. When you are small scale, actually you can control. Okay, when you expecting to export, okay, you need to adjust your production schedule. You need to buy different raw material, different setting. That is one of the pain point if we do it everything by manual. Okay, manual recording. So when it comes to reporting, when going to export, they need some specification. They need a proper, maybe they need to come to audit your company whether your status is okay or not. So when they come and see all the manual work, this drags us a lot of time. Might as well we spend the time to focus on doing value added thing, which is find more customer. Because ratherly manual record, I can tell you our just office record on the sales thing. Same input, we will need to input a lot of recording. I think 4 to 5 same data. This is the thing what we do. Okay, second thing about the data security. I started with hiring. Okay, when we expand, we hire new staff, new candidate. Okay, so all the data, it can be lost or it can be chaos by whoever is not familiar with. So this is a very pain point when you don't have a system or you don't have anything for you to record or put something into the cloud. Okay, let other people take care of it. You don't take care of yourself. Okay, so people is also the pain point. You always need the skilled people. Okay, you always need to hire experienced clerk or experienced executive to do it. SME, like us, we might not able to afford, or there's a budget constraint, or especially it's a time constraint to train new person. Okay, this is the thing that we can go when system is on. Things is simple, standard. New employee come or any candidate, straight away they can click on into your culture or click on into your process. So this is the pain point basically on the commercial part. So the rest, I think, comes here. You have the feel. I think you can get a better experience to share.
Satya?
Hi. Okay, as per Elisha introduction of the company, KFoil Insulation Malaysia was established in 2011, but we buy over from the old company that started from 1984. Just imagine we buy stock and barrel, the machineries, the manpower is from the 1980s. So the machineries are from the old machines, 1990s, 1980s, which is old and more to mechanical. And
This is very common
reading,
among SMEs of old machines, yeah.
yes, and then required experienced people because all the adjustment will be manual adjustment based on the look and feel. That is why we want to go further into collecting the data, adjustment, everything is by the system. Then it will be, we can say that you don't need to be highly experienced to operate the machines. And also on the manpower, yes, is experience and age. Then we need a backup. Backup needs a training. The training requires some system to be easy to follow than all those manuals, adjustment and all that is very difficult to pass over. On the material side, because of all of our materials, mostly is a long lead time. So without a proper planning, then we may lose the order because the material is not in time. So we required a better planning on the purchases of raw materials and all that. And what we say about KFoil is that KFoil brand is always on the quality. And we in short time, a proper planning of the purchases of material to the production and to the finished good is very important for us. So that is the reason why we want to go into the proper system.
Okay, good. Now, I understand that KFoil have actually applied for the this industry forward readiness assessment, and also have already obtained or being granted the intervention fund, which is an industry forward intervention fund. Would you be able to share with us a very brief, very brief, that a little bit of the challenges when you get the government assistance and the good and the bad things during the process of
I think that one should be shared by Elisha.
of course, if you're willing to, you might want to share how much you get from the intervention fund, if it's okay to disclose. Okay, Eliza.
No, amount no. Because it depends on your needs. Actually, it depends on your need. We are more ambitious a bit. Actually, we start overall. We straight away start overall from the head for accounting, from sales to OEE to production planning to stock and traceability. We start I4 for whole thing. If you start it like that, definitely your budget will be another amount. Okay, so how we start, actually when I get to know there is a grant, since I already started a digitalization journey, when I know there's a grant, I quickly go and online register. Okay, so I think I first or second batch. Okay, so when something new, actually is not a easy smooth way. Okay, honestly speaking, from apply until I get the grant, it takes me 2 years. Okay, 2 years.
So I go
yeah. Maybe I just want to know. Yeah, it's hard. Okay, so I think don't be afraid about it. You can get it if you work from it. You can see from we start the application on 2019 April. Okay, so the challenges, what? COVID started. Oh no, what?
Okay.
Okay, so actually from this application until we get the RA audit, okay, Mr. Yap helped a lot when I meet him in the forum, okay, a sticker on it. When I apply, okay, until I get the RA, I go every seminar that available, okay, in Penang or in KL about the I4 and about the grant. I cannot get the key person to get it. This is the challenges, okay? I think a lot of SME also facing the same. I bring all my application actually during every seminar I go. I want to show them or give everybody a copy we already applied. What is next we can do? So finally I meet Mr. Yap, then he helped me tickle. We faster and get the RA and get the audit and we get a POC already. So this journey is fast, but what is next? A lot of people stop at the RA. Why? Okay, so this is the thing that challenges is, for me to start this one, I do a lot of homework. Okay, before I start digitalization, I do 2 years study on all the things.
Wow.
What is I4? What is digital thing? Who is the supplier? What is the system available in the market? How the system work? Is it suitable for SME or not? All this I take 2 years. I really do a lot of homework and study. Okay, so for the time that only I can come out after the RA, we can come out with technical proposal. Okay, actually, for me to share with all the SME, technical proposal is better that you write it out because you are the one that feel the pain. Okay, other people may not know your process flow or your company operation. You might not have a system, or you might not engage, or you might not get whatever that you are willing to do it. So from the proposal, everything until the IF application, we also start. It takes 3, 4, 5 months, sometimes like that. So these are the difficult journey, I think, aligned with some process on the grant application and so on. So you can see almost
Okay.
2 years. This is the
2 years.
tough journey.
Just let me help to clarify now. In 2019, it was then the grant or the application for RA was just started. At the time, the ministry, the agencies were still reviewing. I remember the first batch. I can't remember KFoil. I remember that at the time we were reviewing 50 pages of the RA report before we release it. So it takes a lot of time of us. And after that, inside the committee, I have actually proposed that we need to shorten the time of the review. So at the end, right now, I can only say right now, it'll be very fast. Once you have submitted, it should be out within 1 to 2 months time. Definitely not 2 years. And also in terms of the application for the MIDA side, the intervention fund, MIDA would be right now they would have been adding on more meetings to discuss about the cases, so it will be expedited as well. So right now, I believe that should you embark into the industry forward programs from the RA until the intervention fund, it should take you about 4 months to 5 months. It should be able to actually complete it right now.
Yeah.
Then because of the COVID, the assessor cannot go to the to assess and so forth, a lot of issues. And I congratulate Eliza. I can't even remember that I have helped you, Eliza. I got so many SMEs call me.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
I'm very that. Yeah.
You are the one that tickle the thing.
Okay, now because I always in terms of a lot of roadshow, I will actually go a lot of problems. So whichever SMEs need help, they normally will call me. I will give you some advice because I know how to go about it in the government side. Now for that now you have gotten the grant ready, okay? And can I ask when do you get the grant approved? Just now is
Last year,
2021 December, right?
2021 December, yes. Last year December.
Yeah. So from there on, when did you start the implementation of the project? can you briefly tell me where are you right now in terms of the project implementation?
Actually, we implement, as I told you, I do a lot of homework. Okay, we can start actually anytime. The grant started, then immediately I engage Aresys. They are also after the years of selection. Okay, so they are the one. So once we get the grant, we quickly go and call, hey KK, let's on. Then we will go and start the project already. So I can say
But
along
why
the way.
KK? Why Aresys?
Yeah. Okay. Why KK? Why Aresys?
You said that you immediately choose.
No,
why?
not
Not
immediately.
because that he's
We also go through selection without telling KK. Okay. Just to share to SME how you want to select vendor. Okay. First thing first.
Yep.
You have to know about your own process, especially owner. Yeah, a lot of SME only the boss know from head to tail. Okay, so you know the process. On the shelf system, I've been seen through a lot. Okay, they might suitable for a certain level of company, but remember SME is what majority of us is high mix volume.
Is it my line or is it Eliza's side?
I think my side is okay.
I can hear Eliza. Yeah, I can hear Eliza.
I think it's
but
your
we
line.
lost you. Yeah, Mr. Yap, we lost you. You're frozen.
Yeah.
Diffuse yourself or you're
Mr.
frozen.
Yap.
So we just go on for a while while waiting for Mr. Yap, right? Yep, Mr. Yap is back.
I'm sorry, my line cut off suddenly. Can continue. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah. Where are we? Okay, so during each selection, just to share the experience, you really have to know your process, your process very well. Okay, so SME, we are high mix volume company. Okay, we do a lot of customization. A lot of SME company can do that, and we have less head count. So whatever those ready-made system on the whatever in the market may not majority are not suitable for SME. So how to select? You have to get for us, our case, we have to get the system that able to customize. Okay, then we have to get a vendor or a supplier. They're really hands-on with us. You have to understand why we do that. Okay, how we operate, how our business going on, how SME are surviving in the market, and so on. So this is the very key thing on the selections on the vendor. Okay, customization. Okay, is it user friendly or not? I think not every boss or anything know about IT. I also don't know about IT. How it works, how to link. Okay, so you must get a vendor that really hands-on with you, knowledgeable about how SME work, how SME do business. Okay, you can customize a bit because SME is really a mixture of product. That is the thing. We can do multiple things. We can do miracle things. A lot of SME can do magic as well. But align with system is restrict. So you have to be about customization. So we've gone through a lot. Then okay, actually this is the vendor we want, and we go through again with discussion. Are you able to do that? Are you able to do that? So finally we engage KK and Aresys have, I think, a very suitable system. And also we started with one line from accounting, finance, sales, we're going to have barcode management, planning, okay, traceability, MES, and so on. Okay. We
Where are
also
you right
think
now?
of
In terms of
come again.
Yeah.
Mr. Yap.
where are you right now in terms of implementation?
Yeah,
In
we
what-
have all the OEE installed in all our
Machines.
and machine, old machine, not old machine, our Dato machine, Dato Nenek machine. Okay, so we have our ERP surface on, okay, MES surface is on, okay, but going live and trial, we are still ongoing on that one. I can say almost 80% completion on that one.
Oh, okay, good. Maybe Samsia, you would like to actually add on is that currently you all have already gone through the process. I have already done the ERP, the OEE, the MES side. What kind of difference that you can see before you have embarked into the industry before, and right now after you have embarked on it? What are the maybe just 3 of the most significant changes that you can actually feel right now?
Okay. We had started with OEE to collect the data of the availability of the machine, the performance and the quality. And from this data, we can from this collection of data, we zoom into what is the downtime. Collect all those downtime, the planned, the unplanned downtime. Then from there, we improve on this downtime and see what we can do about it. Like a long, the downtime for long changeover, longer time for the setup. Then we find whether the equipment or a rearrangement of the manpower to improve on that. So based on this collection, we had improved on the productivity.
Okay.
The usage of machinery is more in control. And then what else? A better planning on the raw material, yes. And come up with a shorter lead time, because previously whenever we receive any order, we will give 2 to 3 weeks lead time. Except now with the proper planning and all that, we are able to do it within 1 week. Sometimes even 3 days, we able to complete the order already.
Okay.
So this assists a lot on the export, because the export about quantity in the shorter lead time. So that is a big improvement for us.
Okay, good. So if I understand you right now is that a lot of the SMEs in their factories, they got a lot of the legacy machine like what you mentioned just now. You got a lot of Datuk and Nenek kind of machines in your production site, and a lot of them that they might not work as well as before, but they are still working. They might not work as well as before, and always the production side would always tell the business owners that, hey, I cannot produce so much. I cannot produce in time. Oh, because the machine down and so forth. So a lot of times that a lot of firefighting. Why is it happening? So are we saying that through the usage of Industry 4, the MES, especially MES side, maybe KK can explain on in terms of that we know the reasons of the downtime, because the reason of downtime can be because of the machine, can be because of the people, can be because of the different raw materials or so forth. So when we know that there's a trend, then we can identify what are the problem and then we tackle it. Is it what is happening right now, Samsia?
Yes, that is what we are doing.
Yeah.
So because of we always believe that whenever we want to do something, we have to plan properly, so we know what is happening, we know where to tap, then we can find the answer to it, or else it will be firefighting all the time. So our next step will be on the maintenance of the machineries and all that. Even though machine is old, but working well, can be improved further.
Is there any measurement in terms of the improvement of your process or any performance improvement from before and after? Not because the SMEs over here, those who attended right now, they need some motivation. Is it like, hey, I invested few 100,000 ringgit, I only improved 1%, tak perlu lah, Bazir. Or if I actually invest in the few 100,000, but I improve 10%, 15%, and this 10%, 15% can be translated into millions. Yeah. You have any measurements that you want to share? No need to absolute value, but in terms of percentage.
Yeah, 10 to 15% is there already.
Definitely
we are
there.
looking into, yes, yeah. So we are looking for better.
Okay. So KK, maybe you can also explain. You see, this is very real for the SMEs. The raw materials that I mentioned, the speed completion, the order. So once we get this data and so forth, we can improve. You have done quite a number of projects in different companies as well. Can you share in average, normally after the implementation, normally the improvement will be how many percent?
Wow, I think what Samson said, 15% in general actually is what we are trying to benchmark at the start. That's why we actually, when we talk to these ones, most of the SME owner bosses, and so if you say that they want to put down how I measure my ROI, we talk about 10 to 50% will be the one that we are targeting. All right, and I think that's in the last couple of shows that I think we went together with you and from Qatar and also Kelantan. There's one booming company, and they actually achieved also close to 10-15%, just barely 6 months after the implementation, which is actually a very great achievement. I would say that come to this KFoil, just that like what some say, Aresys said that they used to do the one-man kit. But right now, they still do the one-man kit. But the thing is that they can free up another 15% of their free time to do more productive work, not only in terms of value, dollar and cents. Correct me or wrong, Eliza, right? So it's mean that, there are many ways you measure it, besides the ROI in terms of dollar and cents, but in the free time, the freedom that you free up yourself from in the past, you engage yourself to the work and you free up yourself to do more other things, the personal preference thing. So this is another milestone that's actually you should look into as well. All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe Eliza, you have anything to add from what KK mentioned just now?
Yeah, I just want to say, because sometimes measurement is not physically by how many percent of your production time. Let's say we can speed up the lead time from last time 2 to 3 weeks, now 1 week. Okay, you can get more sales. Okay, you can get, hey, I'm an export. Hey, now you start with small quantity. We can go for volume. Okay, so that is uncountable. It's not like, oh, you increase 5% on your productivity, but in your sales, what's the value? So that is the different measurement or other thing after you embark I4. That is those things that come into the picture, which is infinity.
Okay,
yes.
good.
Yeah,
good.
So
I like your spirit. I like your spirit a lot.
Yeah, we have spare time to do a lot of value added thing. Okay, we can go for maybe we want to target new market. Okay, I can travel more.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the hidden things when you embark on the system.
So,
yeah, that's why I always say that from after I have involved in this kind of program, Industry 4, a lot of people tell me that Industry 4.0 is very much on the manufacturing focus. But because I am a branding and a business consultant, I always see this transformation as that when after you embark in Industry 4, you improve your company marketability. So meaning that you are able to market more, you are able to gain more opportunities that bring up the sales. Because if you have the production but you do not attract the sales, there's no point. And last week I have engaged with a trade association and also the NCIA. We mentioned about the market, export market. A lot of the companies are actually expecting, if they are not demanding, they are already expecting their supplier to have some sort of the industry 4 capability so that can produce some data for them to analyze, because they wanted to know that, hey, my supply will definitely reach me. Eliza tell me that, oh, I cannot cope, I cannot cope. So they do not want that. So a lot of them are already demanding that. So if the SMEs are actually embarking into the industry 4 journey, I'm sure it would help you in terms of your export market growth as well. Eliza has mentioned that already, that she is the testament that right now she has more free time to go park tour and go market and so everything. Okay, so last time both of you are two Iron Ladies managing the company. So right now you have one Iron Man, but the Iron Man is your not KK, sorry, not KK, but it's
the sister,
okay.
the MES.
Yes. The MES side. Now, again, is that now a lot of companies also very fear now. If I am going to invest into the MES, it is a new thing that I'm changing, and some of them, it might be 300,000 ringgit and so forth. They do not know when or whether it will come back or not, return on investment, and a lot of companies do not have that cash flow. Do you have any advice, any sharing? Not Eliza.
Yeah, I think same situation, because SMEs really like that. As I said, budget. You can start from very small. Really start from very small. I really start from very small. As I told you, I start from the intranet, the E form. Every form into E. My HR form all are E. My attendance form are E. When you start to adapt on this digital thing, you will feel the fruit. Very sweet, very tasty. Then you will want for more. Yeah, of course, there is a budget constraint, but you know, this investment, once you put it down, you will have a lot of fruits and behind following you. Okay? You may not start like us. Wow, I quite a bit greedy and aggressive. I want to start overall one shot because I have no time to do it one by one, and I'm afraid of the integration, everything. Okay, so those that really don't have, just start. You must start with small. Okay, we have a lot of pain point SME. Yes, you can see my pain point. I think all the SME is the same. Find the one most hurt you, the one hurt you very lot. Start from there. Right. Just start. Okay, small budget, small amount. Okay, I think SME can afford. When you want something, you will try the way to make it. Okay, when I want this one, I go and quickly find a lot of export customer. Okay, I expand my market. Okay, then the money comes. I just want to start. Okay. Just start it, you will feel it.
I would want to take this opportunity to ask a very pertinent. Do you really think that the government is doing enough? Number one. Number two is that in terms of the assistance given by the government so far, are you satisfied with it, and what are you expecting more? This is a very good platform to highlight it, because I tell you that the Smart Power Web Forum is highly being viewed by the government agency, because they want to see what is on the ground. Okay, this is just your suggestion. They might take it as a reference. Actually, it's good to actually voice out.
Yeah. Okay. If you say enough, honest speaking, it's not. Okay, it's not. Okay. Okay. It will help from your start. Okay. So when you go for I4, everybody talk about cloud now. Okay. So cloud means there is long-term maintenance. Definitely. Okay. You might have a budget. Okay, to start the system, start the I4. Okay. So what's next? You have to maintain it. You don't buy the system for 1 or 2 years, right? You go for long term at the end. So the government, yes, it helps you to start. Okay, but what is next? Okay, so the government fund initially, because we are first batch, maybe we are the white mouse. Okay, so the allocation, the segmentation of the fund when we go after the RA on the technical proposal. from the first start, actually it's not helping. Honestly speaking, it's not helping. It's not helping because the segmentation according to their standard, okay, maybe they are based on other industry, which is bigger group of company, MNC kind of way to do SME, which is really not applicable. But now after I know the latest one, actually they already changed a lot. Okay, maybe they heard the flaw already. Yeah, so but we are the white mouse, so at that time really the segmentation, everything is not enough. Okay, one thing. Okay, it's about the fund, but it's a very good help on the start. Really. Okay, like me, I planned 3 years at once to get up all the fund, the budget to invest on this I4. Okay, then this fund helped me a lot. I can speed up. Hey, I want more already. I also initially want to start small. Okay, your second question is about the government assistance on, helping on the SME. The expertise maybe is not really understand how SME work. What is the SME operation? Okay, yeah, really have to go into the floor, especially those auditor, those that writing down the POC, assessor. Assessor. Okay.
Yeah.
They may have a lot of project, but they are facing mostly are the big company, okay, or something status of company. Okay, SME. If you really go down to the SME, you will see, wow, this is how SME survive. Wow, this is how SME work. Wow, why like that? Okay, why like this? Okay, but this is the way how SME business is going on. Okay, so they might not have enough experience on how SME work. So the expertise there actually is not helping. Sorry to say. So sorry to say, really, maybe they are expertise on. So I believe a lot of SME RA is not what they want. It's what the standard one, the standard written accordingly. So I, with this difficulty, actually still can do it. SME really still can do it. I go through this difficulty. Okay, I know what I want. SME really, you have to know what I want. You write down what you want. Okay, you go approach. Okay, they will accept. They will accept because they really heard SME. It's just maybe from the start, they might not start a very ready way.
Okay. Yeah. Now, very good feedback. Very good feedback from Eliza. Just to, I'm not from the government. Just to clarify. Okay, I'm not. But I'm involved in the technical committee over there. Just to actually inform that most of the what Eliza has mentioned is being addressed. Like for example, I can testament to that because I'm involved in a few of them. Like for example, the assessors. Okay, the assessors has been given various kind of the training as well. There is a reflection session that they're gonna review back what they have done, how best have they done, and I was also invited to give them feedback. So what you have feedback, actually, I have actually mentioned that to the assessors already. Okay, so they are actually they know about it and they're improving on that. And in terms of the processes from the government agencies, we can't expect the government to keep on subsidizing because there are so many SMEs to take care of. Yes, it's good to hear that. It's good to hear that KFoil has been benefited, that the government actually helped you to kickstart. I think that is very important. Like what Eliza mentioned, once the government help you to kickstart, you already experience it and you're already tasting the food. And Eliza says that very clearly, that sweeter and sweeter, and you want more and more. Okay, and that actually, when that is sweet, then basically is that you are benefiting already. Then it's time for you to do your own investment to actually expand the operation, expand the project. I think that is very important. Now, I don't see any questions from the audience over here. Please do put in. You have Eliza, you have Samsia over here to be able to answer you experience, because I'm not a manufacturer. Okay, I can only say so much. I'm in between the government and in between the SME side. I earn both sides, but I'm not so involved in it. So if you have any question at all, please voice out so that maybe Eliza can share some her thoughts, and maybe KK can actually share his thoughts in terms of the MES or what solution to have. For me, is that very important when I push forward this smart forward. My intention is to minimize the gap of the whole ecosystem between the SMEs, the government, and the solutions provider, because I believe that everyone can see is that what Eliza shared is that there are still a lot of the disengagement here and there, and we need to work together towards that. So any question at all? Let me have a look. Anyone have put in any question? No question at all. No. Wow, very, very good. I do not know whether it's good or bad, or whether we are repeating ourselves. But again, now I have to actually inform you that smart forward. Okay, we are coming to 8 minutes to the 5 o'clock. I would like to use this last few minutes to explain, to summarize to everyone over here in terms of our initiative, because this is the 10th series of our Smart Forward web forum, and I want to emphasize that this Smart Forward is not a company. Okay, it is just that the different parties coming together, wanting to encourage, wanting to motivate, wanting to share more experience, more knowledge for the SME at large, for you to embark into the journey. Okay, and this is just a very sincere sharing that we hope all the SMEs, for those who have followed us through, like for example, Mr. Satya and so forth, Asina and so forth, that we have been able to provide you that value. Web forum is just one of the way that we are sharing. Okay, we will continue our bi-weekly newsletter that we will update you what are the key trends, the key programs or updates on the industry 4.0. And later on, what we intend to do is that the Smart Forward members are still very supportive. They wanted this Smart Forward initiative to continue. Very high likely that we will actually gather every one of you, okay, who have participated in our web forum before. We are going to invite you to be as a so-called as a club, so that we can actually continue to engage, to exchange ideas. Some of the ideas that we have came up with, maybe those who have ideas to make it work, please put it into the chat box. But some of them that we have came up with is that maybe we're gonna have a breakfast talk, okay? Instead of a web forum, right now we not so down, we have food, we have coffee together, 10, 20 people, we just talk and share about it. Then corporate visit to some of the companies who have embarked into the industry 4.0. Maybe if KFoil willing to, KFoil, we were much happy if you can allow us to visit you. Not every companies will allow that because there are trade secret in a lot of the manufacturing side as well. So we understand that. And then some of it would be that we are still continuing our effort to come out with a certain feedback, like survey report, that we would actually pass it to the government agencies, relevant government agencies, to for them to actually look into it and see what are we feeling, what our thoughts are. And then the fourth one is also something that is more targeted, that possibly what we're going to do is that we are going to go vertical, meaning that we are going to go by industry base. For example, food and beverage. Okay, food and beverage might have a very similar kind of processes. Then we will bring on some of the service provider or the SMEs who have done it to share their experience to everyone. So these are some of the initiatives that we plan to do. But of course, we can plan a lot, but we need participation. Every one of us, like myself, I'm a branding and SME transformation company. are not into Industry 4.0. But we are actually putting our effort over here because we really see that there is a need for us to move forward to Industry 4. Because if not, if Malaysia manufacturing does not grow, it will affect our whole economy. Then I will not have business as well. So this is an effort that we need everyone to work together. Okay. So please do continue to support our initiative. Whenever we contact you, please do respond. And with that, I don't see any question yet. Last call. Anyone wanted to share or wanted to voice out or give feedback on what do you think about our maybe or whoever? If you want, can please voice out to share with us. Give us some encouragement that we are doing the right thing. I'm not so sure right now because no one is talking right now. I'm not so sure whether we are doing the right thing or not. So maybe Asmaniza or whatever, please tell us what should we do more, and we would try our best to share more with you, and we go through this journey together with everyone. So that is what we intend to do. And with that, I thank you very much to all the SMEs who have already joined us for so many weeks. And of course, last but not least, I have to thank all our Smart Forward Industry 4.0 drivers, which include Malaysia Productivity Corporation, okay, Aresys Industry, Unify Business, Monitor ERP, Emerging EPC, Smart B Solution, Co-Funder, SHRDC, ICA4, as well as my company, BizSphere. And thank you for everyone's support. And we hope that we will bring more to you. And hopefully the season 2 would come in very soon. At season 2, maybe we make it a little bit more exciting. Maybe we do it as a reality show and so forth. We do not know. Okay. But we look forward to seeing you again. And with that, thank you, Eliza. Thank you, Samsia. Thank you, KK. And thank you, my team who have been backing me all this while. My interns, my team, Ivan over here, thank you very much for your support. And I wish everyone to have a very smooth, smart manufacturing journey. Please do remember to always visit smartforward.my. And when we send you our email newsletter, please do open. There will be a lot of high value updates for you. With that, thank you very much. King Teck, I sign off from here. The session would close in 2 minutes. Thank you very much. For those who wanted to chat over here, you are free to open up your video, free to voice out, and we can chat over here for the next 2 minutes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, KK. Thank you, Liza and Samsia. So hope that you would be able to help more SMEs because sincerely, a lot of the SMEs really need people like you who are willing to go down to look into their process factory to see whether it's practical or not. I'm a person who actually emphasizes on the practicality. So I hope that you really have the extra, put that extra mile to help them. Thank you very much. And Eliza and Samsia, please, you're in Penang, so please encourage your fellow manufacturers to actually embark into the smart manufacturing journey. Rest assured, take 2 years.
It's not fair. Last time it takes so long. Now you all improve, but I see the improvement is really very fast, very easy. So
Yeah,
I don't
right now. Correct. Whenever you write the email to them, whenever you have any things that you're not so sure, be it the MPC, be it MITI, be it the MIDA, they are responding very fast. And a lot of the SMEs always, when they have issues, they came to me and I highlight it to the respective agency and they do respond. But for me, I'm a little bit particular. When SMEs highlight issues to me, you need to do your homework. Because a lot of companies, SMEs came to me and said, "Hey, I already sent email to the SMEs, to the ministry or the agency, but no response." But I asked them, "Have you checked your junk mail or not?" "Oh yeah." "Yeah, I didn't realize it." Okay, that's one. Then number two, some of the cases of the application were closed. Yesterday, I was at the Subang, the roadshow, Ministry roadshow. It says that I submitted in December 2021, but until right now, no news. So Maida was there. So together with Maida, we checked the system and so forth. And we found out that Maida actually responded 3 times, sent the email 3 times, no response from the SME. So they closed the file. And they do not know. So this would be some of the situation that is happening. We ourselves, the SMEs, would need to play our own role in terms of following up. It's very, very important. So for those who are still here, many of you are still here, not leaving yet, okay? For you are still here, please, if you have any issues, I will try my best to help as long as it is a real issue. But you need to do your part. Smart Forward is here to help you. Now, I give you no reason not to embark into the Industry 4. Again, this is my closing and final closing. Number one, you have the need. Definitely Malaysian manufacturing have the need. You have a lot of pain points. Number two, you would want to improve and market yourself. That is truly what we need. Number three, Malaysia have the solution, not only the overseas solution, Malaysia local solution, we also have the solution that is proven, that is workable. Number four, the government actually subsidize you to assess you, to tell you where you are, what are the gaps, what are the weaknesses, what are the potential, without you paying a cent. Then after that, you can actually apply for a grant which is up to 500,000 ringgit, whereby the government subsidizes 70% of your project, which is, let's say, project 700,000, government will come up with 500,000, you only come up with 200,000. Okay. Then, if you say that I have grant, but I don't have cash flow, never mind. We have brought in co-funder, okay, the crowdfunding people to actually fund you. If you get the grant, they can fund you. And the Smart Forward industry drivers are willing to subsidize the interest to fund you. Tell me any other reason not to embark into the Industry 4.0. I cannot think of any. If anyone of you can think of any, please come to me. Please give me some of the reasons or difficulties that you are not embarking to it. I will find you the solution for it. So I wish all the balanced people over here, please, I really hope that I receive a call or a message from you. Ivan, can you please put my number inside there, or when you put my number inside there? Okay, please, if you need any guidance, any recommendation and so forth, do contact me. I will try my best. And the industry, the Smart Forward website, we also have our email and so forth. Please do visit them. Okay, I passed my 2 minutes already, and it's time to close the session. Thank you very much for staying on, and we will see you in other events or in our season 2 web forum. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks.